So if you just bought your first RV or you're thinking about buying one, this video is for you. We're getting ready to head off on a trip to Fremont, Indiana to the Jellystone campground there, and this will be about the 6th time we've been there. We actually took our first trip with my fifth wheel behind me out to Fremont a few years ago. But my brother just purchased a Palomino Solaire hybrid. This is his first camper, so we're going to take a look at all the things he had to buy and all the equipment he needed for his first camping trip. So we've got our system pretty much down. You can see my daughter just walked by behind me getting the bikes ready to load them up in our camper. But we'll talk to my brother and see how it goes for him on his first trip out and see if he got everything he needed or if he forgot anything. So we'll see you when we get to the campground. So we got here, got set up and ate our lunch and just heard that my brother arrived. So we're heading over to his site and we're gonna see how his drive was and how he's doing getting set up.
If I can get it level without this sticking way up in the air like it was on my driveway. Jason, show you the photo.
How was the drive?
It's alright. How far off from level am I? Way off.
You're still pretty low on the front. All right, it's Saturday afternoon. We just finished dinner. Spent the day around here at the campground, just hanging out, going to the pool. And now we're gonna talk to my brother about what he found out in his first night in his camper and how it was getting here and what kind of gear he needed to make it all happen. So I guess first thing I'll ask you is about the drive here. I know you had to get a weight distribution hitch before you left, a brake controller.
Correct.
And I think you went with what, the Curt?
Yeah, the Curt wireless, because easy installation, no wiring to pull, just plug it in and you set up the app, ready to go.
Yep. That's a great option, especially if you don't plan on keeping the vehicle for a long time or if you think you're going to upgrade because you're going to get a bigger trailer later on. You don't have to install anything, so it's a cool option there. And you went with the equalizer hitch, right?
Yeah, went with the equalizer. It was sturdy, didn't feel any sway. I mean, it did great. Did its job, leveled out the car great. No issues there.
And before we went to a fifth wheel, that's actually the same hitch I had, so I'll give that one my seal of approval too. Once you got here, what did you need then? We had what? Some we got some wheel chocks behind us, some
wheel
leveling
chocks.
blocks.
Yep, good old Harbor Freight, saved some money there. Some blocks underneath. Brought my cordless drill to run my jacks down, but really don't need them. You could turn them by hand.
Oh, I forgot, you got towing mirrors too.
Yeah, I did get some clamp-on extension mirrors for the car. They vibrated a lot, but it was nice being able to see those lights coming on the side, especially in the rainstorm.
Yeah, and we did go rainstorm.
Yeah, never fails.
A flash flood warning for the following counties in Ohio.
Yeah, the first time I came out here in my fifth wheel, we went through a storm. There was actually a tornado just a couple miles from the highway. And yesterday was better than that. There wasn't any tornadoes, but it was still pretty rough. I guess that's just our luck coming out here.
But a lot of wind, and with that weight distribution hitch, I had no issues at all.
I think that's it as far as getting here and getting set up with at least getting it on the site. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in this video description to an article that'll have all these things that he had to buy and use to set up. And then I'll get you a downloadable checklist so you can download it yourself and go through. If you get a new camper, make sure you can get everything you need before you get out here.
Yeah.
So once you were here, we had to get your water and sewer hooked up.
Yep.
So there you needed, you got a filter.
Filter, pressure regulator valve.
Yep, and you got your wife ordered a real nice adjustable pressure regulator with the valve and everything on it.
Liquid filled gauge, a little overkill.
Yep, you can go with the simpler valve or regulator, that's what I've got, but if you want to get an adjustable one like the one he got, those work great too.
Yep. 90-degree elbow to put a little less stress on the input jack for your water connection.
And then get your sewer hose, Rhino Flex sewer hose.
Yep, works out great.
You got a sewer hose support. I'm not sure which one you got, but
yeah, and that slopes down, helps get that off the ground, make sure everything flows the way it needs to flow.
Yep. And I think I'm just looking around the camper here.
What else
I think that's about all I needed to get here and get set up. So I guess now we'll talk about inside and what you need once you're here. All right, so getting set up, we're going to start and just kind of work our way through the different areas of the camper on different things you need. And we'll start with the kitchen. Unfortunately, he found out a problem with his kitchen right away, and that'll kind of lead me to another tip that you should always try and do like a little test run at home if you can. Unfortunately, Joe couldn't keep his camper at his house, so it was out at my house for about 2 weeks before he left, and he was loading it up and checking things out at my house, but he didn't actually get a chance to really you know, kind of work through it like you were actually going to sleep in it. And when he got here, he found out his fridge wasn't working.
Yep.
Actually, you found out at home before you left, right?
Yeah, when we were at home and I got to the house the night before to load it up, I live in an allotment with an HOA, so I can't keep it there. Brought it home, turned on the fridge, got up in the morning to leave, checked it, and nothing. It was warm. So something wasn't working right with the fridge. Thankfully, we had a big cooler. Make sure you have a cooler. Never know when you're going to need it. Packed everything in there, and thankfully on this trip with Jason and our parents being along, we had some space to share to put our cold items.
Yeah. But as far as, you know, things you actually need, the cooler's nice because he needed it because the fridge was out, but you don't necessarily have to have a cooler. We do keep a collapsible, like soft-sided cooler in ours. That way if we're going to the pool or going to the beach or going out somewhere that we might want to bring a cooler with us, we have it. But not necessarily a necessity. But what are some of the things that you did buy that are necessities?
Well, not for everybody once again, but a coffee maker. That's a big deal for me. So we got a little Keurig, slim coffee machine. Silverware, plates, definitely need those. Cups, we did some coffee mugs and some regular just drinking cups. I got some lids for those coffee mugs so we can take it out on a walk.
Yep. And then you got some basic like cooking utensils, things like that, spatulas, tongs,
Yep.
some measuring cups and measuring spoons.
Yep. And we got a lot of that. Just you can go to Big Lots or a dollar store and save yourself some money. And
yeah, if you're in a situation like Joe is, where your tow vehicle isn't, you know, you don't have a big truck, and you're pushing it right close to the limits, keeping things light is important too.
Yep.
So you don't want to overstock on extra things or big heavy-duty things when you can get by with something that's lighter and a little easier to use.
big cast iron pans are nice, but they're a lot of weight. So if you want one, get a little one.
You got an electric skillet in there, I saw.
Yep.
It's nice, cooking bacon and things like that in the morning.
Correct.
Anything else for the kitchen you can think of? Or I think that covers kind of the basics you're going to need.
Make sure you just have some dish soap and things like that for when you actually need to wash your dishes and stuff, so you don't have to run to the camping store and pick those things up.
Yep, soap, paper towels, washcloths, towels, things like that.
Yep.
And I think that's about it for the kitchen. All right, now we made it through the kitchen area and getting set up. We're going to cover what you need for your sleeping. So Joe's got a hybrid here, so the bunks fold in on the ends and the mattresses fold up. So he's got the mattresses covered and the bed's covered, but you need some other stuff to go along with that.
We needed our sheets and our comforters and pillows, and brought some extra blankets just in case. And outside of that, that's all you really needed in that department.
All right, so we've got a couple other things you're still going to need. In the bathroom, Joe had to get some towels. So you need some bath towels, washcloths, things like that. You need soap and all those kinds of things if you're going to either bring your normal stuff or keep some stuff in your camper. That's kind of personal preference.
Toothbrushes.
Yep.
Don't forget that at home.
Yep. You need some cleaning stuff like some dishwashing detergent, some, you know, like an all-purpose cleaner, some 409 or something like that.
A little dustpan and one of the little hand brooms, nice to have just to sweep up little messes inside the camper.
And then for outside, we've got this tablecloth here. You can't see it, but you need that. Some camp chairs. Yep. Little table for outside, right?
Yeah, a little table to put next to your folding chairs.
Chelsea, Joe's wife, got a little table. She thought it was a full-size table, but it's actually like a end table for next to your camp chairs. So
we were wanting something bigger for the coffee pot under the awning here outside, but ended up with something just to put next to our camping chairs for our drinks.
So we got here. It's in box number 3. See you outdoors, the leader in road trip camping gears. Oh, camping table.
Oh,
There we go. We got a table.
all right. Let's open that up. We got it. No directions.
Nah, you don't need no directions.
That goes something like that. What's that?
It's a table.
That must go. No.
There's another one.
This is a lot smaller than I think she thought it was. I think she thought it was like your guys's, put out for our coffee maker and stuff under the awning.
I don't think so. It's a baby table.
That's like just to put a cup of next to them,
Yeah,
next to your camp chairs.
It is kind of like my table, just a lot smaller. Gotta look at how it clips on. I think those just straddle that little bar in there. Should just straddle that back corner there. They snap on. It is a nice looking miniature table.
It is a nice little table, but it's... Hey Chelsea,
I thought that was a bigger table. It's a kid table.
your table's really little.
So yeah, check the sizes and dimensions on things when you buy them on Amazon.
Yeah. Pictures are deceiving.
Yep. And then Joe put a TV up. This camper didn't come with a TV in it, so he got a little smart TV.
Yeah, I got a Vizio smart TV. That way I can cast straight from my phone or iPad right to the TV. We have pretty good service on our phones, so I can get my television service right from home with local news and everything. Just cast it right to the TV no matter where I'm at. So that's a nice feature. The mount was not in there, but there was one on the outside of the camper. I did look that up and found the company that makes the matching one, had to put that up inside. Real simple to find the plate that was mounted behind the wall and screwed that in and hung the TV up and we're ready to go.
So I'll find out what that was and I'll put a link to it if you've got the same situation where you've got half the mount that came with the camper but not the half for the TV.
Yep.
I think that about covers it. It's horrible.
Uh-huh.
Let's try again.
Again?
All right, take 3.
Take 3.
So last night the battery died on the camera and we came back and just sat around the fire. But it's Sunday morning now. We just finished getting everything packed up over at Joe's campsite. Now we're dumping the tanks over at mine and we're gonna get out of here too. We did think of a couple more things that you need. Joe's got a bunch of totes in his camper that he used for packing up stuff, especially if you don't have a lot of storage space like he does in that small hybrid. You can load all your bedding and things like that up in some plastic totes. He also needs something for a sewer hose. Right now we just threw it in a trash bag, but somewhere to store that's always nice. What else did they forget? Yesterday we were talking about something.
They forgot trash bags.
Oh yeah, they forgot trash bags and paper towels. So those are some things you might want to put on your list. And again, I'm going to link down in the video description to an article that'll have a printable list of all these things that you need for your camper. So make sure you go check that out. I think everyone had a great time here at Jellystone. We've been coming here for what?
6 years?
6 years now. There's tons of activities for the kids. So I'll also put a link at the end of this video to one of the other videos that'll show you some more of the campground and what to do here. Sydney learned to ride her bike here and we've had a lot of fun at this campground.
Yeah, there's I think 4 different swimming pools and a splash pad area and a huge activity field and volleyball courts and gaga ball pits. And the only thing it doesn't have for us that we really like doing is hiking. There's no hiking trails or anything. Some people have complained about the highway noise because the highway is right behind you, but for us that really doesn't make a difference. And honestly, for Joe and his kids, it kind of helped keep them asleep that first night through the thunderstorm. So
yeah. So make sure you check out the video description. I know we were kind of all over the place in the video, but that'll give you a nice, easy to follow checklist of things you need. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you again soon.